The Korean concept of Nunchi, which fosters self-control in children, is evident in moments like these. A sharp, high-pitched scream slices through the room. A toy hits the floor. Your toddler's body goes stiff, fists clenched, face red. The house suddenly feels loud and small at the same time. Your heart starts racing. Your chest tightens. And that familiar urge rises fast, the urge to raise your voice to make it stop. In that moment, you don't just feel frustrated. You feel exposed. Like other parents, I somehow got the manual you missed. Like this keeps happening because you're doing something wrong. You try logic. You say, calm down. You offer a different toy. You explain why waiting matters. Nothing lands. The crying gets louder, not quieter. And a calm thought creeps in that you never say out loud. Why doesn't my child have self-control like other kids? But here's what most parents don't realize yet. The families who seem calmer aren't dealing with easier kids. They're using a completely different habit in moments like this. Next, I'll show you how the Korean concept of Nunchi changes what you do in these exact seconds, and why that shift builds self-control faster than correction, consequences, or calm down commands ever do. For years, parents have been given the same advice in different packaging. Please ignore it. Be firm. Explain it calmly. Don't give in. And when none of it works, the message parents absorb quietly is this: I must be doing something wrong. But here's the truth most parents never hear. The advice isn't failing because you're weak. It's failing because it's built on a misunderstanding of how young children actually function. When a toddler becomes overwhelmed, the part of the brain responsible for pausing, reasoning, and listening temporarily shuts down. In that state, asking them to use their words or control themselves isn't helpful. It's impossible. It's like asking someone to read fine print in the dark. The ability hasn't disappeared. The conditions just aren't right. This isn't a behavior problem. It's a timing problem. You weren't failing your child. You were following an outdated map, one that doesn't match how a young nervous system works under stress. And once that map is updated, self-control suddenly stops feeling mysterious or unreachable. Especially when you begin to see how Korean parents approach these exact moments, not with force, but with an understanding that calm must come before control. In Korean culture, there's a concept called Nunchi. It doesn't translate cleanly into English, but at its heart, Nunchi means emotional awareness of the moment. It's the ability to sense what someone else is feeling before you react, and to adjust your response to meet them where they are. In Korean culture, there's a concept called Nunchi. It doesn't translate cleanly into English, but at its heart, Nunchi means emotional awareness of the moment. It's the ability to sense what someone else is feeling before you react, and to adjust your response to meet them where they are. Because when you respond to a child's state instead of their behavior, you stop pushing against resistance and start working with the nervous system underneath it. Calm comes sooner, power struggles soften, and guidance finally has space to land. And once you see how this kind of awareness plays out in real life, it stops feeling abstract or cultural. It becomes surprisingly practical, something you can use today, in the very next hard moment. Imagine a kitchen late in the afternoon. The light is soft. A small snack plate slides across the counter and comes to a stop. The toddler's shoulders lift slightly. Their jaw tightens. A familiar refusal is coming. In the past, parents would push the plate closer, offer encouragement, and perhaps apply a little pressure. But this time, the parent pauses. They notice the tension. They don't move closer. They don't speak right away. They kneel to the child's level and sit there. The child's breathing slows. Their fists loosen. Their eyes flick back toward the plate on their own. Nothing dramatic happened. No command. No negotiation. Just awareness. And in that space, the child's body settled enough for choice to return. This is what Nunchi looks like in motion: subtle, quiet, and powerful. And there's a reason this works so consistently, which becomes clear once we understand what's happening inside a child's brain. When young children feel overwhelmed, their upstairs brain, the part responsible for reasoning and self-control, temporarily goes offline. Think of it like a light switch flipping off. No amount of explaining or correcting can turn it back on in that moment. What does help is co-regulation. When a calm adult matches the child's emotional state instead of opposing it, the child's nervous system begins to settle. Once the body feels safe again, the upstairs brain slowly comes back online. Nunchi works because it aligns perfectly with this process. It meets the child where they are emotionally first, instead of demanding control before the body is ready. And once parents understand this, they stop trying to force self-control and start creating the conditions for it. That understanding leads us to a simple framework you can actually remember when things get loud. Let's call this approach the awareness pause. The awareness pause is the moment where you stop reacting to behavior and start responding to emotional state. It's short, quiet, and intentional, but it completely changes the direction of an interaction. This pause becomes the bridge between chaos and calm. And once you know how to use it step by step, it starts to feel natural instead of forced. Step 1. Notice before you speak. The old way is reacting immediately with instructions or corrections. The new approach involves taking just 1 second to notice body cues, such as tight shoulders, clenched hands, and shallow breathing. Instead of talking, say quietly, "I see this feels hard right now." This tells the child their state has been recognized. Step 2. Lower the emotional temperature. The old way is matching volume with volume. The new way is softening your voice and slowing your movements. Try saying, "I'm here. We can take a moment." This signals safety, not control. Step 3. Wait for the body to settle. The old way is pushing for a decision too soon. The new way allows silence. Let the child breathe. Let their body reset. Only after that do you offer a choice or guidance. But be careful. Most parents struggle here because the next step feels unnatural at first, even though it's the most important shift. Step 4. Guide, don't command. Instead of saying, "You need to do this now, try. When you're ready, we can do this together." This gives control back without losing structure. Step 5. Reflect after calm returns. Once things settle, gently name what happened. Earlier, your body felt really full of feelings. You waited, and then it felt easier. This is where self-control is actually learned. When these steps work together, the difference becomes unmistakable, and parents feel it immediately. Without this method, moments escalate quickly. Parents feel pressure. Kids feel misunderstood. Everyone leaves the interaction drained and disconnected. With the awareness pause, the same moments feel slower and more grounded. The child learns that big feelings don't break the connection. The parent feels capable instead of reactive. And over time, self-control develops naturally rather than being forced. And to really anchor the shift, there's a short exercise you can try right now. Take a moment. If you can, close your eyes. Picture your child in a recent challenging moment. Instead of rushing in with words, imagine pausing to consider your response, lowering your shoulders and softening your face, saying nothing for just 3 seconds. Notice how different that feels in your body. That's the awareness pause. That calm presence is what your child's nervous system learns from, even more than your words. And when you start using this consistently, the changes show up faster than most parents expect. On day 1, the pause feels awkward. You'll forget sometimes. That's normal. By day 3, you'll notice fewer escalations. By week 2, your child starts calming faster because their body recognizes the pattern. This isn't instant obedience. It's long-term emotional strength. And the consistency is what matters, not perfection. And now, let's return to the moment that started this entire conversation. Remember the toy on the floor, the scream, the tight chest. Now imagine the same scene, but instead of reacting, you pause. You notice, you wait. The scream fades faster. The moment passes without breaking the connection. The situation didn't change. The response did. And that's where self-control actually begins. Your child won't remember every meltdown. They won't remember every correction, but they will remember how it felt to be with you in those moments. Safe, seen, understood. If you want to build this kind of calm and self-control in your home, try the awareness pause tonight, just once, and notice what shifts. Sometimes the most powerful parenting changes aren't louder or firmer. They're quieter, more aware, and deeply human.